Good afternoon, LPTs. Good afternoon, top-notchers. And good afternoon to my Top Dalet family. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay po tayo. So, for this afternoon, professional education po tayo. Question and answer. Okay, so ready na ba kayo? Before tayo magsimula, gusto kong tingnan yung mabuti yung dalawang picture. Lord's perfect timing. And then, yung pin na licensed professional teacher ka na. So, palagi mong iisipin na lahat tayo may kanya-kanyang perfect timing. And, wag lang sumuko sa kahit anong laban sa buhay. Laban. Okay, so wag na natin patagalin ito. Magsisimula na tayo. Get ready. First question. What process is being undertaken by curriculum developers when they enrich or modify certain aspects of a particular program without changing its fundamental conceptions? Wow, parang ang hirap naman intindihin ng tanong. Ganun po ba? Okay, so before tayo magsagot, intindihin muna kung ano yung tinatanong. Maghahanap tayo ng clue para maging madali na lang sa atin ang pagsagot. Okay, so what process is being undertaken by curriculum developers when they enrich or modify certain aspects of a particular program without changing its fundamental conceptions? So, yung magiging clue natin dito, maaaring enrich, tama? Maaaring modify, tama ba? Okay, yes. Maaaring yun ang ating clue. So, ano po ba yung sagot natin? Letter A, curriculum improvement. Letters B, curriculum change. Letter C, curriculum design. Or letter D, curriculum implementation. So, sa apat na choices na ito, parang may mga clue ka na. Di ba po? Improvement, change, design, implementation. Merong idea na pumapasok na sa isip mo. Okay, so ano po ba yung tamang sagot? Or ano po ang inyong sagot? Let's find out the correct answer. The correct answer is letter A, curriculum improvement. Bakit po ba curriculum improvement? Let's first define the curriculum improvement. Okay. It's the process of continuously making the instruction better based on the students. So, based on the students. Sa madaling salita, yung curriculum improvement is continuously. Meaning, parang cycle siya. Hindi siya nag-stop. Continuously. And nakabase siya palagi sa mga students, not on the teacher. Okay. So, when we say improvement, may ano? Ma-improve nga po. May modify, may enrichment. Okay. So, the first step is to collect data about your students. Ang unang-una mo daw gagawin is mag-collect ka ng data sa mga students mo. Ano po ba yung mga halimbawa na tanong na i-collect mo sa kanila? For example, name of your students, age of your students, kung saan sila nakatira, yung at iba-iba pang data about sa kanila. Maaari ding name ng tatay nila, ng mother nila. So, mostly, yun yung mga tinatanong. It's about the students' data. And then, using a pre-assessment at the beginning of the year. So, we as teachers, talagang ginagawa natin yan bago pa tayo mag-umpisa ng discussion natin. Or at the beginning of the year, talagang nagko-collect na tayo ng information sa ating mga students. Bakit nga ba? Bakit kailangan nating mag-collect? It is necessary na mag-collect tayo ng data? Yes po, it is definitely necessary. Kasi magko-collect tayo ng data para malaman natin yung mga background ng ating mga students. Kaya yun po ang kahalagahan ng collecting data sa ating mga students. So when we say again, curriculum improvement, there is enrichment and modification. So ang tamang sagot po ay letter A, curriculum improvement. Okay, so ito na po kanina yung sinasabi ko na continuous. Nakikita niyo naman po, what do you call of this? It's a cycle. So meaning, hindi po siya nag-stop na dyan lang. So, paulit-ulit pong ginagawa yan. So, maybe the first one is needs assessment. So, yun nga po ay ang magko-collect tayo ng information sa ating mga students. And then, after collecting data sa ating mga students, of course, we need to identify goals and objectives. Okay, kung ano na yung magiging goals mo and objectives mo. Kasi, tapos ka nang mag-collect ng data sa mga students mo. Alam mo na yung background nila, alam mo na yung anong klase silang student. Okay. After mo mag-goals and objectives dyan, of course, doon ka na sa strategies and activities. So, sa strategies and activities bilang teacher, gagawa ka na po dyan ng activities which is parallel po sa kung anong klaseng students sila. So, hindi ka naman pwedeng gumawa ng activities na kung ano-ano lang. Okay, so dapat nakaayon po siya sa iyong mga students. After strategies and activities, next step is implementation. So, dyan po sa implementation, may tatlo po tayong tatandaan dyan. Who, para kanino? Of course, for the learners. What, para saan or para ano? Di ba? And then, what do we need? Yung number 3, what do we need? Ano yung kailangan mo para ma-attain mo yung um, improvement na ganon sa curriculum. So, yun po. Next is professional development and sustainable support. So, dito naman po is ikaw to na teacher and how you scaffold your students. And of course, formative evaluation. Ongoing formative evaluation. So, you will not stop there, but you have to um, make some evaluations on your students. And then, after formative or evaluation, you have to do with summative evaluation. Okay. After ng summative evaluation, nung nalaman mo na ganun yung mga students mo, they failed or they passed, of course, you have to go back with your needs assessment na naman. Well, if failed, of course, you have to improve. Baka may kulang, kaya hindi nila na-attain. Or if you pass naman, then you move on na. Okay, yun po ang ating continuous improvement process. Take note po ha, continuous po ito. Okay. Another option sa ating tanong kanina is curriculum change. So, paano naman po kapag sinabi nating curriculum change? I know that you have any idea na kasi when we say change, di ba, may pagbabago. For example, yung jowa mo, nakita mo na lang one day or nagising ka na lang one day na may changes na ka sa kanya. Maaaring di ka na niya pinapansin, di ka niya tinatawagan. So, that is change. Ganon din po sa curriculum change. May pagbabago. Okay. So, to discuss further, let's find out. Curriculum revision or curriculum change means making the curriculum different in some way to give it a new position or direction. So, yun nga po kanina yung hinalimbawa ko na kapag ang jowa mo, nagising ka na lang one day na may nagbago na sa kanya, o matakot ka na, wag naman sana. Okay, so may pagbabago, may different na nangyari kapag sa curriculum. um, may revision or may pagbabago, yun nga po, dapat nakaayon pa rin siya sa objectives. Minsan kasi sa curriculum, kaya tayo nag-curriculum change kasi hindi na-attain yung goals mo. So, dahil hindi na-attain, you have to undergo with curriculum change to give new or different position para maging attainable. Okay, so change means alteration to its philosophy by way of aims and objectives, reviewing the content included, revising its methods, and rethinking its evaluator procedures. So kapag sinabing curriculum change, you have to alter or you have to change your objectives kasi minsan baka may mali sa objectives mo. So you have to change para maging attainable siya, para maging effective. And then, when you change your objectives, you have to review the content included. Kasi minsan din sa content, hindi siya naaayon sa objectives. So, palagi kong sinasabi na kasi, kapag may content included ka, dapat naka-base din siya sa objectives mo. Dapat lahat ng yon parallel or connected para maging attainable, para maging effective. Di po ba? Okay. And then, ikaw din bilang teacher, minsan may mali din eh. So, it's based from your methods and how and what is your method as a teacher. So, kaya hindi na-attain ng mga bata yung lesson mo is because something wrong with your method. Maaaring hindi sila ready sa ganyan na pinapagawa mo sila. Like for example, grade 2 pa lang yung students mo and then pinalaro mo na sila ng basketball. So what do you expect? Kaya na ba nilang gawin yun? Kaya na ba nilang mag-demonstrate ng skills ng ganon? So baka ganon, may mali ka din bilang teacher. Okay, so you need to see to it na yung ginagamit mo talagang method is parallel sa kung anong klaseng students meron ka. And when you find out na yung tamang methods, and of course, you have to rethinking its evaluator procedure. So when was evaluator, your judgment procedure. So ganun lang po sa curriculum change. May pagbabago. So tandaan natin sa curriculum change, may pagbabago, may different na nangyari, may alteration. So kapag nagbago yung jowa mo, alams na. May changes na. Okay, wag naman sana. Okay, sorry. Next, we have to go with curriculum design. Okay, so sa mga designer, ano po ba yung ginagawa ng mga designer? Okay, let's find out. Curriculum design focuses on the creation of the overall course blueprint, mapping content to a learning objectives, and including how develop the course outline and build the course. So, sa madaling salita po, kapag sinabi naman natin curriculum design, nag-create po siya ng overall course blueprint. So, blueprint is known for your learning goals, your learning objectives. So, iniba lang po yung word, pero ganun pa rin po siya. Goals and objective. So, when you undergo curriculum design, you have to create your blueprint or your learning objectives and or your learning goals. Ano po yung ini-include dyan? Including your course outline. Of course, hindi ka naman pwedeng gumawa ng objectives na hindi siya parallel sa course outline mo. Dapat po, parallel po yun. And build the course. So, kapag sinabing curriculum design, creation of overall course blueprint. Okay. Each learning objective is met with assessment strategies, exercises, content, subject matter analysis, and interactive activities. So, yun po ang iyong mga dapat nakaparallel siya sa iyong blueprint. Yung exercises mo, yung ano po ba yung exercises? Yung mga activities, yung content mo, yung ituturo mo, yung subject matter analysis. So, dapat yun, naka-base talaga sa kung ano yung blueprint mo as a teacher, kung ano yung goals mo. Okay. So, curriculum design, blueprint, overall course, blueprint. Mag-recreate ka dyan. Okay, so as you can see, we have curriculum design tips for teachers. Ito naman po kapag naging LPT na kayo and you will have the tips for curriculum design. Ano po ba yung unang-unang gagawin dito? Create a list of learning goals. Palagi kong sinasabi, mag-uumpisa tayo sa objectives. Pag walang objectives, ligwak. Huwag naman sana. Okay, next, know your time constraints. So kapag sinabi nating time constraints, dapat may time allotted ka dyan. Hindi naman pwede no, for 1 hour yung klase mo and then puro ka na lang activities. Hindi po ganun ha. Kasi it will be ineffective. Not effective na po yun. Although ngayong 21st century, mostly sa mga students natin ay gustong-gusto nila yung mga activities. Pero for activities na 1 hour na, magiging hindi na po maganda sa kanila. So, dapat 30 minutes lang yung activities or 15 minutes and then you have your discussion or presentation. Ganun po dapat. Dapat you know your time constraints. Next, plan your instructional methods. So as a teacher, you have to plan kung ano yung gagamitin mong instructional methods. Bakit? Bakit kailangan natin ng instructional methods? Kasi through instructional methods, mas magiging effective tayo na teacher. Hindi po ba? Okay, kung wala tayong methods and techniques, magiging boring. Magiging hindi tayo effective. Bakit ka pa nag-teacher kung wala kang methods? Di ba? So, dapat flexible ka bilang teacher. And the last step, establish evaluation methods. So, kapag sinabi natin establish evaluation methods, after mo mag-activities, always see to it na mayroon kang evaluation methods, meron kang judgment. Bakit ka nag-fail? Bakit ka nag-pass? Kasi magaling si Juan de la Cruz sa ganito. Okay, dapat meron kang judgment as a teacher para hindi naman bias. Okay. So, ganun po sa curriculum design tips for teachers. Okay? So, last option maybe is curriculum implementation kanina. Kapag sinabi nating curriculum implementation, ano naman po dyan? Refers to how teachers deliver instruction and assessment through the use of specific resources provided in the curriculum. So, sa madaling salita po, yung curriculum implementation, yun lang po ay naka-refer sa kung paano ni teacher i-deliver ang isang instruction. So, paano mo ba i-deliver yung isang instruction, teacher? Ikaw ba ay sumasayaw habang nagdi-discuss? Ikaw ba ay nagpapatawa sa mga students mo habang nagdi-discuss? So, bilang teacher, meron tayong iba't ibang methods and techniques when it comes to discussion. So, dyan po sa curriculum implementation, naka-refer lang po kung paano mo i-deliver ang isang instruction. Kung ikaw naman ay strict na teacher, so gusto mo palagi kang terror, good morning class, ganon. So, wag naman sanang always ganon kasi matatakot yung mga students natin. Kapag natakot sila, hindi na sila papasok sa iyong klase. Maging happy lang po tayo. Show the love and care to our students. Okay, ganun po sa curriculum implementation, naka-refer lang po siya on how to deliver your instruction and assessment na nakabase sa iyong objectives. Okay, so sana po naunawaan niyo po yung 4 na options na yon. Balikan po natin. Curriculum improvement. When we say curriculum improvement, may enrichment. Curriculum change, may alteration, may pagbabago. Curriculum design naman po ay and how teachers deliver instruction. Nag-create siya based sa kanyang objectives. Okay. And then, curriculum implementation. Si teacher, nagde-deliver siya ng discussion paano. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to number 2 questions. Who controls the subject-centered curriculum? Napakadali ng tanong. Pero, do not be overwhelmed. Kasi minsan, sa sobrang feeling mo napakadali ng tanong, mali pala yung na-shade mo. So, kahit madali yung tanong, sa board exam, actual board exam question, maging relax lang po tayo. Huwag tayong kabahan. Kasi imbes na 1 point na sana, naging mali pa yung pag-shade mo, sayang, hindi po ba? So, relaxed. Who controls the subject-centered curriculum? So, kapag sinabi nating subject-centered, sino po ang nag-control dyan? Letter A, learner. Letter B, teacher. Letter C, parent. Or letter D, si teacher and si parent. What's your answer? Alam na alam? Of course, letter B. Si teacher ang nagko-control sa subject-centered curriculum. The subject-centered teacher considers it of great importance to cover the prescribed textbook. So kapag sinabi nating subject teacher, si teacher yung nakakontrol dyan, and mostly talaga is nakabase si teacher sa mga textbooks. Okay, parang bookworm si teacher. Okay. And then, kapag sinabi din nating teacher-centered, nagiging passive yung mga students kasi yung ginagawa lang nila is makinig kay teacher. So, parang hindi sila binibigyan ng attention para i-demonstrate yung certain skills. Ganun po sa subject teacher. Teacher is the controlled. Okay. So, very good. Your answer is letter B. That is correct. Okay. So, kapag sinabi nating teacher-centered, meron tayong advantages and disadvantages. Puntahan muna natin yung advantages. Okay, so advantages, it is easier for the teacher to perform. Yes, bilang teacher ka, magiging madali na lang sa'yo kasi more on books ka eh. Parang wala ka masyadong activities. Unlike today, tayong mga 21st century teachers, talagang more on activities tayo. Kaya medyo double effort tayo when it comes to preparations. Unlike noon na nagtatayo lang sila and then discussion, di po ba? Okay. It is widely accepted by parents as they have gone through it. Acceptable din daw ng mga parents noon yung mga ganyang situation. The simple complex concept makes it easier to administer. Intellectual development is achieved in a child's thinking. So when we say intellectual development, more on thinking since subjected teacher or teacher-centered siya, si subject, teacher, curriculum. And nakabase po talaga siya sa books. It is useful for specialization in any branch of knowledge. So, kapag sa subject-centered curriculum, more on knowledge talaga siya. More on memorization. More on teacher-centered. Okay. Pero, pag sinabi natin advantages, meron din tayong disadvantages. Okay. The disadvantages of subject-centered curriculum are teachers would not be able to innovate their teaching style to help students learn in creative way. That's true. Kasi sa teacher-centered, wala nga pong masyadong activities. So parang hindi nagagamit ni teacher yung kanyang techniques. Di po ba? Para sayang naman kapag hindi ginamit ni teacher. Baka si teacher mo ay magaling mag-drawing, magaling mag-sing, or magaling mag-dance. Sayang kapag hindi niya yon nagamit in his or her various activities na dapat sana may matutunan yung mga students niya sa kanya. Dahil nga po teacher-centered ka, nakabase ka lang sa books, yun nga po ay ang kanyang disadvantages. Students simply memorize what they need to know. So, yung sa subject-centered po natin, yung mga students po ay more on memorization. Okay. Instead of actual learning. So ngayon, actual learning po tayo more on demonstration, hindi memorization. Teachers are teaching the students to think inside the box in order to pass the exams. So they teach based on exams. Yan po ay tinatawag na teaching of the test. Okay, so yun po ay advantages and disadvantages. Okay, let's move on. Number 4 question. Which of the following features represents the new paradigm shift in education? Okay, so ano daw dito sa mga choices ang nagre-represents ng bagong paradigm sa education? Is it letter A, traditional pedagogies? Sa word pa lang na traditional, you have something in your mind na. Letter B, lifelong education for all. C, rigid subject matter boundaries. Letter D, knowledge as the only learning outcome. Kung pagbabasihan po natin yung apat na choices, merong tatlo dyan na magkakapareho. At merong isa dyan na ang gandang pakinggan. So, maaaring yun na option na magandang pakinggan, maaaring siya ang magiging tamang sagot. So, what's your guess? What's the answer? Letter B, yes. Letter B. Lifelong learning ang tamang sagot. Okay, ano po ba yung lifelong learning? Lifelong learning is broadly defined as the ongoing, voluntary, and self-motivated pursuit of knowledge for either personal or professional reasons. So when we say lifelong learning, it's ongoing, meaning it doesn't stop. Diba? And self-motivated pursuit of knowledge. It is important for an individual competitiveness and employability, but also enhances social inclusion, active citizenship, and personal development. So sa madaling salita po, sagot natin ay lifelong education for all. Yun po ang bagong paradigm shift in education. Kasi we have our student-centered at hindi na po tayo teacher-centered ngayon. Yung letter A po kasi, as you can see, traditional pedagogies, ito po ay based sa traditional learning, which is teacher-centered. So, hindi siya teacher-centered. Yung letter C naman po, rigid subject matter boundaries, of course, always dito binibigyan ng attention yung subject matter. So when we say subject matter, yes, it is also considered as teacher-centered. So hindi rin po siya ang tamang sagot. And of course, letter D, knowledge as the only learning outcome. Take note of the word only. Mostly sa burdensome question, kapag may nabasa po tayong only, at yung tinatanong is, ano daw yung best? Kapag may nabasa kang only, huwag nyo na po yun sagutan kasi hindi po siya ang tamang sagot. Best nga pong hinahanap natin, bakit may only? So, it's a no answer. So, letter D, knowledge is the only learning outcome. This is traditional pedagogies also. Teacher-centered po siya. So, very good. You have the correct answer, lifelong education for all. Ito po siya ang sinasabi natin kaninang lifelong education for all. So as you can see, nung preschool ka, nag-aaral ka. Primary school, nag-aaral ka ulit. And then nung secondary school ka, you undergo schooling. And then, nag-take ka ng bachelor, ng masteral, ng PhD, ng doctoral. O, di ba? Yung learning daw, it doesn't stop. It is continuous. At habang nabubuhay ka, you undergo learning. So, lifelong learning. Learning never stops. Especially sa mga teachers. Para sa atin, learning doesn't stop talaga. Okay, so that is lifelong education. Okay, so number 5 question. This is the last question na po. Okay, buhay pa ba tayo dyan? Okay. Which of the following qualities should be developed by the pillar learning to live together? Okay, so sa mga previous videos po natin, I already discussed about pillars of the Lors. So meron po tayong 5. So dito po sa question, focus po natin si learning to live together. Okay, ano daw yung qualities ng learning to live together? Letter A, strong appreciation of the diversity of the human race. Okay, take note of the word diversity, meaning hindi magkakapare-pareho. Iba't ibang kultura. Letter B, readiness to take risks and resolve or manage conflicts. So letter B daw, ready ka na mag-take risk and resolve kung ano man yung magiging problem. Letter C, scientific spirit and inquiring mind. So, spirit naman po and mind yung pinag-uusapan natin. Letter D, complete fulfillment of humans in all the richness of her personality. So, yung pag-uusapan natin is learning to live together lang. So, what would be the answer? Letter A, diversity. Letter B, readiness to take risk. Letter C, spirit and mind. Letter D, complete fulfillment bilang tao. Ano po ang sagot natin? Ang magiging tama or ang makakahula ng tamang sagot ay papasa at magtatap sa board exam. Wow. Okay, the correct answer is letter A. Learning to live together. Strong appreciation of the diversity of the human race. Kasi, dito pa lang sa word na diversity, doon po ay naka-base na siya sa learning to live together. So, learning to live together implies that the teacher should help the students develop an understanding of other people and appreciation of interdependence since we live in a closely connected world. So, bilang teacher daw, you have to teach your students na mag-appreciate sa kanyang mga classmates kahit na iba't ibang kultura or iba't ibang paniniwala. Kasi sa learning to live together, diyan ay tinuturuan tayo on how to accept every different faiths, every inequalities, and appreciate them as a unique individual. So, di tayo pwede mag-away-away dyan. Porket na maputi siya ay aaway niya yung maiitim. No, it's a very no. Yun po yung kagandahan sa learning to live together. Dapat tayo ay nagkakaisa at nagkakaunawaan. Okay. Ito po yung pillars, iba pang pillars. So, ngayon po, 5 na yung pillars. So, dito po is 4 lang. Learning to live together. I already discussed that. 1, alam nyo na yan, diversity. May pagkakaunawaan, may appreciation na nagaganap. Bawal ang bias. Bawal ang humiliation. Next, learning to be. Okay, when we say learning to be, it's all about your spirit, ability to personally develop and creatively contribute independently. Learning to do, it's all about certain skills related sa mga works, sa mga jobs, solve problems, and application of knowledge. Learning to know, it's about memorization of skills, knowledge, concentration of skills. Yun po ang apat na pillars at maidinagdag po ako dito nang sabi ko ay dinagdag. That is learning to transform oneself and society. So, sa learning to transform and oneself and society, ito po siya. When individuals and groups gain knowledge, develop skills, and acquire new values, as a result of learning, they are equipped with tools and mindsets of creating lasting change in organizations, communities, and societies. So, sa learning to transform oneself and society, bali po yung apat kanina na pillars, yung learning to do, learning to be, learning to know, and learning to do. Okay, ito po siya. Learning to live together ay inisa na po sa learning to transform oneself and society. Kasi naniniwala si learning to transform and oneself and society na kapag nagawa niyo po yung apat na yon, you are capable to transform yourself and your society into a better or best individual. And for that, you acquire the new values na kailangan as a result of your learning, and na-equip mo yung mga tools and mindsets for creating a lasting change in your organizations, your communities, and even sa mga tao na nakapaligid sa iyo. So, lahat po yun ng pillars are napaka-importante. Okay, so congratulations teachers! I hope sa short drills natin ay may natutunan po kayo. Okay, before we end, I would like to leave you a message. Winners are not people who never fail, but people who never quit. Tandaan po natin na sa buhay, kung nadapa ka man, dapat matuto kang bumangon. Kasi ang totoong winners ay yung hindi nag-quit, kundi patuloy na lumalaban. Laban para sa lisensya. Maraming salamat po teachers and mabuhay po tayong lahat. God bless. This is your Coach Joy na nagsasabing darating din ang araw para sa iyo. Congratulations!